Hi everyone, SwiftYar here.
Hello!
Today, we're back for another Mario Kart Deluxe Booster Course Pass video. I hope you've all been having an absolute blast playing Wave 1 of the DLC. I personally have been having so much fun playing all the new tracks. It has been absolutely amazing streaming and playing these courses live with you all. I've even managed to get 3 stars on both of the cups on 200cc. To celebrate the release of Wave 1, I thought I'd share my thoughts and opinions on each track in a tier list format, and list my hopes for the future waves. And we're going to briefly chat about a potential new nitro course that could come to Mario Kart Tour, thanks to the datamine I talked about in my previous video. I must stress prior to this video commencing, I honestly love each track from Wave 1. Some tracks I obviously prefer more than others, however don't pay too much attention to the order I place them in. Instead, focus more on the category I place each track in. Also, keep in mind these tracks be ranked with all other Mario Kart courses in mind, and not just ranked with the DLC pack. Meaning, I'm going to be a little bit more hesitant to place a track in the S tier ranking. We will also be going through each track in the order they appear in the select screen, and ranking them in 1 of 6 tiers, with S being the best and F being the worst. I also must mention in advance that the Mario Kart Tour city tracks are amazing. The way they change after each lap is something I absolutely adore. I'm also very happy with the overall reception of the DLC, especially as there was a real negative stigma going in with the graphics. However, after playing them, I honestly believe that these tracks as a whole pull it off. It was also amazing to see that Nintendo got the band back together and re-recorded all the music for the DLC tracks. They all sound fantastic and really fit into Mario Kart Deluxe. And real quick, we're going to be giving away another $25 eShop gift card when this channel hits 3,500 subscribers. To be part of the giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel. You will get a bonus entry as well if you're following on Twitter and Twitch, and if you're part of the Discord. All the links are in the description below. Starting off Wave 1's DLC is the Golden Dash Cup. The first course we are presented with here is Paris Promenade. As a Mario Kart Tour player, I was very familiar with Paris Promenade heading into the DLC, and it wasn't the course I was most excited to revisit when being compared to the other announced DLC tracks. In Mario Kart Tour, I found Paris Promenade to be quite simple and not that exciting overall. However, I did like how Tour had several alternate versions of Paris Promenade, which allowed you to explore the different parts of the city. Surprisingly, in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, this course has blown away my expectations. Paris Promenade in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is absolutely fantastic. It's a track I found myself voting for online with friends as a first choice. The way the lighting on the track shines through the Eiffel Tower is just drop dead gorgeous, and I love seeing the Paris architecture in the background. The music here is outstanding, it's very calming and captures the ambience of Paris. The best part about Paris Promenade though for me is without a doubt how the course changes after every lap. More specifically, the layout changing for the 3rd lap, sending you down a side road and then back through the track in reverse. It's a new twist that certainly is very nice, especially when you have other drivers who are behind you to avoid. Paris Promenade is truly amazing. This track is extremely unique as it's based off a real life location, and the final lap gimmick really enhances that uniqueness. And with that all said and done, I'm going to be placing Paris Promenade in the A category. It truly is an amazing track. Next up is Toad Circuit, which debuted in Mario Kart 7. Remember before how I mentioned that these DLC tracks seem to look great and pull off the different graphic style really well? Unfortunately, from a graphic standpoint, Toad Circuit isn't one of those tracks. If you look at the grass, it's just a pure green texture. There's no real depth to it at all. Especially when compared to the already existing tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it really does stand out for the worse. Out of all the DLC tracks, I would say Toad Circuit is the least memorable. This course isn't great and it's not bad either. It's just simply Toad Circuit, it's a starter course. I still however really enjoy this track. You can do some great drifting, the ramp in the 2nd lap changes it up, and flying over the bridge and seeing other racers driving on it is really cool. I can appreciate a simple racetrack, and that's exactly what Toad Circuit is. While it isn't particularly interesting, the layout is still engaging enough to enjoy the simple fun of driving. And I'm sure that simplicity will lend itself into some great online races. Oh, and this course is an absolute blast on 200cc. I don't think Toad Circuit is a great course or a bad course. However, I do think it's just an average course, which is why I'm going to be placing Toad Circuit in the C category. This is just simply a track that I still want to play, but it's just not my first choice. Next up is Choco Mountain, which debuted in Mario Kart 64. Straight up, I love this remake. Choco Mountain in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe feels different enough to the original to make it feel new, while still capturing the original charm. The best parts of the original Choco Mountain are still here, being the fog, the falling boulders, the ramps at the end and all the sharp turns. I really love the new changes that were made to Choco Mountain. In particular, I love how they made the valley at the beginning into a cliffside of paratroopers. I also really like the added gliding section and the cave filled with crystals and Shy Guys. I also have to mention I love the added details with the fossils in the wall. All these changes take out some of the blandness from the original. The new music is also fantastic as well. Overall, Choco Mountain had enough memorable elements to satisfy my nostalgia while still making it better, which is why I'm putting Choco Mountain in the A category. This is definitely the best version of Choco Mountain we have ever seen. Now, onto the final course in the Golden Dash Cup, which of course is Coconut Mall. This debuted back in Mario Kart Wii. Coconut Mall is an iconic track. I reckon Nintendo even knew that people would love this track, even in the trailer they were blasting the Coconut Mall soundtrack. Coconut Mall remains as a chaotic, multi-level wonderment that Mario Kart does so well. It's definitely a sugarcoat of rush of commotion and bright colours, and it's so amazing to see again. Coconut Mall is still as amazing and stands out as a fantastic course to me. Racing through a mall and taking shortcuts through the stores is just iconic. A new addition to Coconut Mall that I really like is the Mario block art that's on the wall. It's definitely beautiful, and you could imagine that you could see something like this in a mall in real life. I also enjoyed the new gliding section too when exiting the mall. The music is also just as amazing as the original. In the original Coconut Mall on the Wii, players would run into 3 moving cars near the end of the track, and each of them were driven by a Mii found on the player's console. In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the cars no longer move, and are being driven by just standard Shy Guys. I actively dislike this change. I used to enjoy trying to weave in and out of those cars, especially when you recognise the Mii who was driving. The escalators also no longer look like escalators, which is another change I'm not a big fan of. With these small changes, I'm going to be placing Coconut Mall in the A category. Coconut Mall still remains a brilliant track, but I don't think it's better than the Wii version. If this was the Wii version, I'd definitely be putting Coconut Mall in the S tier. This brings us to the Lucky Cat Cup. The first course we are presented with here is another city track from Mario Kart Tour, being Tokyo Blur. Tokyo Blur in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is without a doubt the best version of Tokyo Blur. I've always wanted to visit Tokyo, and this course just makes me want to go there more. I love driving across the Rainbow Bridge, seeing the Tokyo Tower in the distance, driving on the expressway, seeing Mount Fuji in the background, along with all the other iconic landmarks. The music here is also fantastic as well. Much like Paris Promenade, the track layout changes every lap to reflect each of the respective track variations. It's a great way to fully showcase each of these city tracks from Mario Kart Tour, and of course explore the city. The course design of Tokyo Blur for me isn't as interesting as Paris Promenade. It's still a great track, but each lap isn't that entirely different. There isn't an element that stands out like Paris' final lap, where you're going backwards past the other drivers. Driving on the Rainbow Bridge was extremely cool though, with the gliding section at the end. I'm going to be placing Tokyo Blur in the B category. The fact this is a track which is based on a real life location which changes every lap for me is quite unique. Next up is Shroom Ridge, which debuted back in Mario Kart DS. Shroom Ridge at face value looks like a lackluster track. It's nothing more than a mountain road complete with civilian cars as obstacles. Back when Shroom Ridge launched on the DS, the gimmick of avoiding moving cars was unique to that track in the game. However, in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Toad's Turnpike already does this, and even includes an anti-gravity section allowing you to go up the wall and avoid traffic. Shroom Ridge in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is fantastic. The combination of curves makes it an incredibly interesting course to try and master, while still trying to avoid cars, and of course the drifting here is at its best. I do feel though that this course could have seriously benefited from the original graphics of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe though. This is another one of those courses which doesn't quite hit the nail on the head when it comes to the graphics. I'm going to be putting Shroom Ridge in the B category. I came away from this track with a real positive attitude, and it's so much fun to drift on, going for the shortcuts, the tight corners, and all the small added details like going into the tunnel and the lights turning on. It is so much fun. The next course on the list is Sky Garden, which debuted in Super Circuit on the GBA. I had high expectations of Sky Garden when I first saw it in the reveal trailer. This is because the other GBA remasters in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are masterpieces. I got a sneak preview into how this course layout had changed prior to it releasing through Mario Kart Tour. The track layout has changed a fair bit from the original. I didn't really like the change in Mario Kart Tour. However, I definitely much prefer it in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I even prefer it more than the original. However, Sky Garden suffers the most from the DLC pass, from the lack of anti-gravity section. As a course placed in the sky, it would have been awesome to adopt Mario Kart 8's signature gimmick. Its absence makes it feel like a less robust cloud top cruise. However, I'm still a big fan of the change they made to Sky Garden. I'm going to be placing Sky Garden in the C tier, above Toad Circuit. The newly added gliding section at the end as well is really awesome, and going for all the shortcuts scattered across the course is very fun. This brings us to the final course in the Lucky Cat Cup, being of course Ninja Hideaway, which debuted in Mario Kart Tour. Forget about Best of Wave 1, Ninja Hideaway is one of the best courses to come to Mario Kart period. In terms of art direction, it is spectacular. There is so much verticality to this course, with so many traps and secret areas. It's filled with a full-size Japanese dojo, complete with water wheels, collapsing ceiling spikes, and of course Shy Guy ninjas disappearing into thin air. I love how the track itself is separated into two main routes that drivers can swap between at several intervals. There's an elevated route which takes races across rafters and wooden scaffolding, and a ground level route that weaves through sparring rooms, a waterway, and eventually rooftops. The quality of Ninja Hideaway is what makes Mario Kart 8's Booster Course Pass basically Mario Kart 10. The only way to make this track better would to be adding some ninjas in as well. This course is without a doubt going in the S tier. It is a true masterpiece. And the funny thing is, it's not even my favourite Mario Kart Tour Nitro track. That belongs to Merry Mountain. And that's my overall thoughts on all of Wave 1's DLC courses, with a tier list ranking. To recap, we have Toad Circuit and Sky Garden in the C tier, Tokyo Blur and Shroom Ridge in the B tier, Choco Mountain, Paris Promenade and Coconut Mall in the A tier, and Ninja Hideaway in the S tier. Let me know if your tier list would be any different, and what are your overall thoughts on Wave 1's courses? I'd love to hear from you all. Also, following up from my previous video I made which looked at a new Mario Kart 8 Deluxe datamine. That new datamine promotional image has an ice cream themed track, which isn't able to be identified. I won't share the screenshot in this video, however I have put a link in the description below for you to look for yourself. I believe this could be a new Nitro track that would debut in Mario Kart Tour, and then potentially find its way into the Booster Course Pass. I am personally hoping that the future waves bring in all the Mario Kart Tour Nitro tracks, because we can clearly see they are very unique to the series. I just hope the future waves clean up the graphics a little bit more. If you enjoyed the video, it would be much appreciated if you could leave a like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Thank you all for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next video or live stream on Twitch.